Modern Man Tutorials. Teaching ladies respect. I mean, in general, everybody should, obviously learn how to be respectful, have manners and stuff like that. You know what's ironic? They used to say is an old saying, which is like, "What, your mom didn't teach you any manners, right? Didn't teach you how to be respectful." That's the thing is when it came to good behavior and whatnot, it largely came from your mother, right? Your mother was the one who taught you, you know, how to be polite, how to be a gentleman, how to, you know, um, have some etiquette, how to be, what was the term? Not housebroken, something like that. It's the idea of like how to act like a decent human being instead of being in somebody else's house being disrespectful, putting your feet on people's tables, that kind of stuff. Like they taught you how to be civilized. There you go. They taught you how to be civilized. And that's the funny thing is, it was always the mother, right? The women of the code of the race taught decorum, taught respect and whatnot. But unfortunately, ladies don't have that anymore, right? Because here's the thing: part of why they taught respect is because they gave respect. So because they were given respect, they expected it in return. So when they didn't get respect, of course, they had to correct it. And that's part of the issues we have in society is that um, ladies are not giving out respect, even for no reason, like you'll see in this video. Um, you know, Obviously there's a bit of miscommunication, but at the same time, is the fact that it's like I'm not a boy yet. I still was given the title boy from this lady. So I had to, of course, correct her with is like, no, it's not boy, it's sir. You know, and then at the same time, she's expressing something in a negative way, and that's the thing. It's negative, lack of respect. She don't know me, I don't know her, right? And then ironically, she just followed me, so it makes it even more ironic for her to speak to me like this. Say, boy, if you don't go sit down, it's like I'm not your son. There seems to be a picture of what appears to be probably be a little boy. It's hard to see because you can only see half, like one third of his face, but you definitely see her face. So clearly, she has a child, and it's probably a boy. Unfortunate, right? She's raising a boy. Hopefully, there's a man in her life. Let's go check out her profile real quick. Let's see. Nope, she posts nothing. Oh no, that's actually not a little boy. That's a female with loop. So I was wrong. So I was wrong. She probably doesn't have kids, or she probably does. But whatever. Clearly, she has an issue with the male species if she's going to address me as a boy. Now, if she thinks I'm young because of the way I sound, that's fair enough. I do sound younger than I really am. So it could be a bit of a compliment, but at the same time, it's the fact that we know she's she's saying boy out of respect. She could have said sir regardless of my age, because the fact is that she's speaking to another human being, so she could have gave me a little bit of respect, even if there was a misunderstanding of the age and whatnot. But here's what adds to the humor: what if she did think I was a teenager, a young guy? She doesn't look young in her profile. See, because in this account right here is my Wife Material Podcast account. I don't have an image of me in my profile pic. I have the logo for the podcast, so she's unable to see me. So she can only hear me. So there's a possibility she might think I'm young. Fair enough. That could be a misunderstanding. But at the same time, regardless of that, it's just a statement alone. The whole boy, if you don't go sit down, it's a talking down phrase. So that's very disrespectful. So that's why I'm going back with the whole like, okay, give me some respect, and we'll see what she responds with. Give it some time. Um, since this, that's the thing. It's like 24 hours ago. She she posted that, but let's see. Go back. Oops. Uh, she followed me 3 hours ago. Okay, so it's 3 hours ago she followed me. So, was that interesting?
Modern woman tutorials.
All right, so like I said, you know, despite even the fact that she's talking to me that way, she still followed me. Sorry. So we'll see, you know, if she's interested in my content. I think I remember seeing this name before, so she probably has commented on some of my content before, so she's familiar with my content. I guess she finally decided to follow, which I appreciate, of course. And she is welcome to voice her viewpoints, her thoughts, and whatnot on the videos, on the topics. I have no problem with input or feedback. What I do not tolerate, and I'm not okay with, is disrespect, especially unwarranted. Right? Sorry. I do my best to be respectful as much as possible. So, because I was raised right. My mother taught me manners. So I'll do my best to be as respectful as I can, but there is a limit. Sorry. Because, you know, don't take my kindness as a weakness. I was taught to be respectful. I was taught to be a gentleman. I was taught to be nice, right? A good person. Especially when it comes to ladies. I was raised in a traditional way. Right? So I'm a traditional guy. But I am open-minded to, modern day way of doing things. But still, I'm traditional. I'm old school, as they say. I'm old-fashioned. So I give you respect. You give me respect. And that's it. Not much after that. Give me respect. I give you respect as, two mutual, two human beings. Because ultimately, we're all family on this planet regardless. So let's at least act like, you know, we live on this planet together. Let's not act like strangers and shit. It makes no sense. So if you're going to talk to me, that's totally fine. But just show me a little bit of respect. The thing is like I was taught, which is treat people the way you want to be treated. So I'm going to be nice to somebody because I want them to be nice to me, right? I must show them respect. They show me respect. That's what all respect really is treating people the way you want to be treated. That's all respect really is. So if you want me to treat you like a piece of shit, oh, go ahead. Act like a piece of shit. Behave like a piece of shit towards me. And I will respect your wishes and treat you like a piece of shit. Because that's what you want, right? The way you treat me is the way you deserve to be treated. That's just how that works, right? You always deserve you always earn what you deserve, right? So when people feel they deserve something, well, it's because you earned it, right? If you deserve something, you better have earned it. So if you deserve respect, you better earn it. If you deserve a paycheck, you better earn it. If you deserve a high value man, then you better deserve it. Right? You better have earned it in order to feel entitled or deserving of something. So I have no problem giving people respect. Just like I have no problem taking away respect. You can lose respect from me. I do my best to give people respect, especially if they're, nice enough to give me some engagement with a comment or like or something or follow and whatnot or shares. Sharing is always good, and I appreciate that, especially because I have stuff to say, useful information. Hopefully, it's useful. That's the whole point of why I put what I put out there, so it can be helpful for others who need it. Because I'm doing great in my life, so I have no problem sharing, my knowledge, my experience, what works for me, so that way it hopefully works for y'all. And all I ask in return is make sure you pass it forward, right? You share, if you get any benefit, any usefulness from my videos or anything that I do online or do in life in general, make sure you pass it on to the next person so that way they can benefit as well. So these videos I make it to help people, not to hurt nobody. So that's why it'd be unfortunate if I'm hurting people's feelings. It's like, well, I'm stating the truth. Right? I'm stating things that are factual, right? Things from my personal experience, things that I've known for many, many years because I'm very old, right? And things that I see out there. I see problems and I come up with solutions, right? I have very little problems in my life because I'm a problem solver. So that's why I go out of my way to spend some time seeing a problem and then addressing it. Just like the whole respect thing. It's like I do my best to be respectful of people. The number of times I've had some ladies, yes, you know, get in their feelings, you know, start, complaining, you know, directing their frustrations and their issues that they have with the guys they dealt with, or maybe some other guys that they dealt with online, and then they try to take it out on me, which I can understand. Which I understand, I can understand. They want to take it out on somebody, but it's unfortunate. There's always somebody that doesn't really deserve it, right? Just like ladies will break up with their ex, he's a piece of shit, he's toxic, blah blah blah, right? All that negative stuff. But then when they get with a new guy, instead of like a new clean slate and judging him based off his actions, no, she wants to judge him based off of her ex's action. Oh my god, you're just like my ex. It's like, whoa, what the hell? No, no, he's not. He's a totally different person. You judge him based off of his actions. You don't judge him based off of the actions of the last person you were with. That's wrong. Just like a lot of you ladies don't like the idea of generalization, like, oh, all women ain't this, all women ain't that. Well, yeah, all guys ain't this, all guys ain't that. How you like that? That's how that works. So if you don't like the idea of guys saying to you like, oh, you're just like my ex. Oh my god, I know chicks like you. You know, you're a typical female. Blah blah. Like if you don't want to hear that stuff, then stop acting like that, right? Make sure that people judge you based off of your behavior, your merits. So make sure if you want people to treat you with respect, you are a respectful person, and you always be respectful. Even if somebody disrespects you, maintain your respect, right? Try not to lower yourself to their level. If they want to be disrespectful, fine. Let them be disrespectful and just walk away. All I'm saying is that I just don't tolerate the unnecessariness of, you know, being disrespectful when it's not necessary. If I was being disrespectful, I understand. But if I'm not being disrespectful, then, you know, don't feel comfortable to disrespect me because I will call you out on it. That's the main thing. I'll call you out on it first. If it progresses, then, well, there's no need for me to continue to be nice. But typically, I don't need to go that far. A lot of times, just a quick little reminder of respect. It's very rare. Like, I think it was only like one chick so far that was like animate about the idea that she's not gonna respect me. And it's like, okay. But the irony is she still follows me and stuff. And it's like she's watching a lot of my content. It's like, okay. You just want to be difficult. That's fine. I've dealt with difficult before. But you want it to be extra difficult. It's like, all right. That's how you like to play. You want to be a bad girl. I've dealt with bad girls before. Fine. That's the thing. It's like, hey, you want to play games? I could play along. And I'll win. That's the main thing. Is I'll win the game. So all I'm saying is like, you got to understand that it's very important that you as a person, a decent person, give respect. But sometimes you got to remind people that you're being respectful. Sometimes they, again, they take your weakness as a kindness, right? I mean, your kindness as a weakness. They'll gladly take your respect, but then disrespect you. And you got to remind them, like, whoa, no, I didn't disrespect you, so therefore you shouldn't be disrespecting me. So I don't know why you're being disrespectful. Talk to them like that. Let them know, hey, I was being respectful to you. So there's no reason to disrespect me. So where that's coming from. If you're having a bad day, oh, that's unfortunate, but that has nothing to do with me, so don't try to take that out on me. Or it's like, if you got an issue with me, let's talk about it. Because I'm not going to just let you disrespect me for no reason. It's like, give me a justifiable reason why you disrespect me. If you don't have one, well, then correct yourself, right? Treat me the way you want me to treat you. Right? That's the thing. Sometimes you gotta remind people of being a decent person. Just like if you notice somebody sounds like they're lying, you call them out on it. Be like, hey, I know for a fact you're lying because I saw you in such and such place. So I know you weren't home. You were at such and such place because I saw you there. I even try to wave at you, but you weren't looking at my direction. That kind of stuff. So don't lie to me because I'm not lying to you, right? that kind of stuff. So it's very important to, because the thing is, you want to be surrounded by like-minded people, right? You want to be surrounded by decent people, like, you know. And at the same time, something that always annoys me that I see nowadays is that people are not teaching people like they're supposed to. Like I said, you know, my mother taught me respect. My father taught me respect. My family, my grandparents, like respect was, you know, a thing in the family. You know, and there's a hierarchy. You always, you obviously always respected your elders. A lot of people don't respect their elders, right? That's why I have it here where I'm like, it's sir, not boy, like, or dude or bro. It's sir. The number of times I have to repeat that, like, it's sir. You know, I'm older than most of you. Most of y'all in your 20s. Most of y'all in your 30s. I'm in my 40s, so it's like, it's sir. Show me some respect. I'm also ex-military. You know, so I didn't serve this country for 9 years to have people calling me boy. Like, what? Boys don't do what I've done. Can't handle what I can handle. Boys haven't seen what I've seen, right? So show me some respect and, you know, address me accordingly. It's sir. I've lived long enough to deserve that that bit of respect just because I'm still alive. I could have been a lot of I could have been a lot I could have been like a lot of the young guys in their 20s being dumb, doing dumb shit, getting gunned down and shit because they're slinging dope or some dumb shit. I ain't do that dumb stuff. I made good decisions in my life, which is why I'm in my 40s, living a good life. So I expect some respect for the fact that I'm a decent human being who lived this long. And I'm giving back to society, you know? The fact that I literally have a video uh, called Modern Man, Modern Women Tutorials, and to have a lady on there in the comments, you know, not showing me respect is like, that's unfortunate, considering the fact that these videos are literally for you, is to help you out instead of being a little appreciative of it and, you know, trying to hear what I have to say. You know, if you disagree, that's fine. That's totally fine. But be able to justify it. Don't be like, oh, I just feel that I don't like it. Like, okay, that's not helpful. You know what I mean? All I'm doing is giving you some information. If it's useful, great. If it's not useful, well, sorry. But the fact that you're getting this information for free, you're getting to hear what I have to say for free, you should be grateful because you're not paying for it. So you don't, if it's useless to you, fine, just keep it moving. If it's useful to you, well, you're welcome. You got something useful for free, which is very rare to get something useful for free in this world. But it's so funny that everybody's feel they're entitled to things that they don't even appreciate when somebody gives them something of value. You know, like advice on how to get along with the opposite sex. Clearly, she doesn't seem to respect the opposite sex, so that means she most likely have issues with the opposite sex. And I wish her the best. Her username, you know, refers to Lucifer being, what is it, my Lucifer is lonely or something like that. So it's like, okay, there's something about Lucifer and him being lonely. So that's for another conversation, right? But anyway, respect. Sometimes you gotta ask for it. That's the funny thing. Sometimes you gotta ask for respect, because sometimes, some people just don't know that they should be giving you some. Especially if you gave them respect and then they were being disrespectful. It's like, whoa, whoa. I've been nothing but nice to you. I've been respectful. I didn't raise my voice at you. I'm right here in front of you. You don't need to yell for me to hear you. I'm not interrupting you. I wasn't talking when you were talking, so I could clearly hear you. So you didn't need to raise your voice, right? Sometimes you gotta remind people of those things. You know, you definitely gotta practice certain terms. Like, for example, calm down. Even though it's not a disrespectful phrase, some people get triggered by it. Some people just don't like it. They don't like to be told calm down. Specifically, the ladies. So I do my best to try and make sure I don't say calm down. I say like wait, or wait, give me a second. It's like incorrect, wrong. Like that's what I usually do. I use those words. I'll be like wrong, incorrect. I disagree. Stuff like that. Instead of saying calm down and then correct them, I just start off with like wrong, incorrect, or correction, or translation, or something like that. Like I always try to come up with some way to get their attention and to de-escalate the situation, other than saying calm down or relax. You tripping. Girl, you crazy, or some shit like that. Like, obviously try to avoid those types of things, because that you're literally just throwing fuel into the fire. The idea is always to escalate things, especially with the ladies. Females, they get emotional. So this is why it's important to, especially as a man, to give some respect to the ladies, because that's how they learn respect. They learn from us. Men lead, women follow. And I know some ladies are not gonna like that, but that is the facts. That is the truth. Men lead, women follow. This is why females, above all, need a father figure. They need to learn to appreciate the male species, because we're very beneficial, we're very useful. We value ladies for what they bring, because they literally bring us into this world. So we value them for that. But they don't value us for our existence, for our capability of building things. They make us, we make the world. But they don't appreciate that we make the world. Ain't that ironic? We appreciate that they make us, which is why we want to make more humans with them, right? But they don't even appreciate that. Oh, I'm not a baby maker, I'm more than that. It's like, you can do more than that, but you're not more than that, because that's one of the highest things you can do. That's a superpower. That's a God level ability. The ability to create more humans, that's a God level power. And y'all look down at it, the audacity. That's funny, because she was like, the audacity is staggering. And her comment is like, and her first comment is like, no, you have the audacity. I bet you're one of the types of ladies that feels you don't have to make babies. It's like, that's a superpower. That's God level power. Like, you literally have the power to create human life. We have the power to shape the world, to build shit, to make life easier, especially for women. Especially for women. 99% of what guys do, especially men, we do it for the ladies. We do it for y'all. So that way y'all can make babies, make more of us, more men, more women, to keep the human race going forward, living good lives and being happy and enjoying the joys and the awesomeness of relationships, marriage, motherhood, fatherhood, raising children, that kind of stuff. Shit, being a daughter, being a son, right? Being daddy's little princess, right? That kind of stuff. Daddy's little man, you know what I mean? Those are great things. I mean, we created so many awesome stuff, like smartphones and internet and video games and anime and movies. Like, we enjoy so much, and a lot of us are ungrateful about it. That's why it's so weird to see people being disrespectful to one another. It's like, shit, okay, you don't have to like me, I don't have to like you, but at least, since we're literally family on this planet, because we are all we got on this damn planet, at least a little bit of respect. If I didn't disrespect you, don't disrespect me. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? We're not always gonna agree, but what we can do is agree to disagree, right? Like mature adults. That's all I'm saying. I respect you, you respect me, and we can go from there. So remember, guys, always maintain your respect. The respect you give and the respect you receive. Right? We need more respect in this world, not less. So let's try to teach people to be more respectful, and then we'll worry about everything else after that.